Imagine this. You wake up, and before your feet even touch the ground, your mind is already at war. The weight of yesterday lingers, the arguments, the mistakes, the things you wish you could have done differently. And then the thought of today creeps in. More battles, more noise, more uncertainty. You grab your phone. The world shouts at you. News, notifications, demands. And in that first fragile moment of the morning, you already feel behind. That's the quiet suffering most men live with. Not because life is unbearable, but because the mind feels like a prison, a storm, a restless animal that refuses to be tamed. And this is where Stoicism, the ancient philosophy of men who faced exile, war, betrayal, and even death, becomes more than just old words on dusty pages. It becomes survival. It becomes strength. Because mental toughness isn't about pretending nothing hurts. It's about walking into the storm and, instead of being tossed around, learning how to stand firm. The first habit is silence. Not the silence of empty rooms or quiet nights, but the silence you create inside yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you practice silence, you're refusing to let the outside world dictate your inner state. It starts small. Instead of reaching for your phone the moment you wake, sit with yourself for 2 minutes. Breathe. Feel the heaviness in your chest. Watch your thoughts race like wild horses. Do not chase them. Do not fight them. Just watch. This simple habit of being still teaches you the truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer. And once you know that, your mind loses some of its grip on you. The next habit is voluntary discomfort. Seneca reminded us, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" Most men today live in invisible cages built of comfort. We cling to warm beds, easy meals, mindless distractions. But comfort breeds weakness, so train yourself to suffer just a little every day. Take the cold shower, fast for a few hours, leave your jacket at home on a chilly morning, walk instead of driving. Do these things not because they make you look strong, but because they remind you can endure far more than you think. Discomfort is the forge where resilience is made, and every time you choose it, you strip away fear. Another habit is clarity of speech. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." The way a man speaks to himself determines his fate. Most men fill their inner dialogue with poison. "I'm not enough. She'll never love me. I'll always fail." But the Stoic habit is to sharpen words into tools instead of weapons. Speak to yourself with clarity. Replace "I can't" with "I will try." Replace "this is the end" with "this is training." Replace "why me" with "why not me." Over time, your words become your reality, and reality begins to bend under the weight of disciplined thought. Then comes the habit of presence. We live pulled in every direction, regretting yesterday, fearing tomorrow. Rarely do we taste the now. Marcus wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." Mental toughness is rooted in presence. When you train yourself to be here, to feel the cold glass of water in your hand, to hear the sound of your own breath, to look a man in the eyes when you speak, you build an anchor against chaos. Try this. The next time you eat, don't rush, don't scroll, don't distract yourself, just taste the food. Let presence remind you that life is not a blur you're doomed to sprint through. It is something you can slow down enough to carry with strength. Another simple but overlooked habit: keeping promises to yourself. Every man knows the shame of breaking his own word. Tomorrow, I'll wake up early. This time I'll stay disciplined. I'll quit the habit. And then we fall. Each broken promise chips away at your self-respect. And a man who doesn't respect himself cannot stand strong in front of the world. So begin small. Do not promise yourself great mountains. Promise yourself a single brick. Wake up 5 minutes earlier. Do 10 push-ups. Read 1 page of philosophy. And when you keep these small promises, you rebuild something far greater than discipline. You rebuild trust in yourself. And trust in yourself is the foundation of mental toughness. The final habit is reflection. Seneca once wrote, "Every night before going to sleep, we must ask ourselves, what infirmity have I mastered today? What passions opposed? What temptation resisted? What virtue acquired?" Most men fall asleep drowning in noise, TVs flickering, phones glowing, minds restless. But the Stoic falls asleep with awareness. He reviews his day, not to punish himself, but to learn. Where did I falter? Where did I rise? What will I carry into tomorrow? This simple nightly ritual transforms failure into fuel. It turns mistakes into teachers, and it ensures that every day, no matter how ordinary, is used to sharpen the mind, to build strength, to grow. Mental toughness is not an accident. It is built, slowly, quietly, with habits so small they almost feel invisible. But over time, silence becomes peace. Discomfort becomes strength. Clear speech becomes direction. Presence becomes power. Promises become trust. Reflection becomes wisdom. And you, no matter what storms come, no matter who betrays you, no matter what the world takes away, you become unshakable. Because the Stoics knew the truth. The strongest fortress is not made of stone. It is made of a disciplined mind. If these words reach you tonight, take a breath. Let them settle. Ask yourself which of these habits you will begin. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. And if this spoke to you, if it lit even the smallest flame in you, share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from the men who are choosing strength over comfort, presence over chaos. And if you want more of this quiet fire, more of this philosophy that sharpens a man from the inside out, subscribe. Not because you're told to, but because you know this journey is not meant to be walked alone. Until next time, stand firm.